episode of everyone's favorite channeling. No, good dawning. Welcome. Grateful we're all here and let everybody pile in. Last night's reading with Viviani was funny. It was fire. She was Viviani's amazing. Um, Thank you, PG. Thanks for being there, guys. Uh, all right. So this dawning so far we've got Helene, 500, and PG. Karen Suki is 500. She was the 500th subscriber on my almost 700 subscriber now channel. So grateful. Thank you, Karen. Lean. High frequency vortex. Are you a kidding? Yeah, we'll go over that. We'll let people pile in, but we'll see what. We don't know if we'll have Millie in the chat. She's taking her daughter to doctor. And so, yeah. But if you missed last night, welcome to the channel here. If you're new here and watching in replay, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. This is I'm gonna do something. All right. So grateful and thank you for watching my do something. And the do something. I'm here for you. So yeah, need the face card in the deck. So yeah, let's let everybody pile in here. Number 5. Yes, you are. And what's there's no like kismet, right? So not only the 500th subscriber, you're not 500 miles away, right? You're just literally I could get in the car and be there and like, all right, we could do live good dawning from with literally with Karen. She's just down the street. Oh, so I could leave the house at like 8:10, maybe 7:45, and we could do good dawning with. I mean that's how close she is. So yeah, crazy, ain't it? Yeah, all right, so we'll give people a few minutes, hopefully to pile in. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, it was an interesting evening last night to say the least. After the show, no, I'll wait till people till it usually takes a few minutes. So I'll wait till people get in to go over here, and of course we have today's mantra and grounding as well. Crazy close. Well, when you think about how large the planet Earth is, and how odd. I mean, how right. I mean, it's not even. Yeah, and I'm living in your hometown, even though you're not in your hometown per se. You're still in the same area. So yeah, so favor. There's no coincidences. It's just it just proves everything as we've been seeing it, right? All right. So it seems that the chat is ever so expanding here. So everybody seems to slowly be. I had them. Yeah, I know. Generally, anybody moving over the line, right? It's like. You're on the other side of the tracks, man. And that's just like over on the other side of I-25, right? I saw how close you guys are when I looked on the map. Yeah, it's downtown Chicago to the suburbs, not even distance wise. I mean, it's nothing. Um, Truly, it's like no distance in it at all. All right, there we go. It just jumped to 9. So weird. Uh, Shuti Shing, good dawning. Welcome. Hello. Welcome. Shuti, good dawning. Grateful to see you. All right, so we're gonna start moving things forward. Seems to be a slow start to the day, but what have you? There's Chris. Good dawning. We never did find out, and so maybe Chris can tell us how his in the chat there. How did it go, brother? You had your interview and all that. How did all that go, man? Did you? Are we looking newly employed, or how's it? How's your universe, brother? So we'll find out. Chris had his interview, and Dealio, I guess. We had the interview, but the meeting of the money minds. There we go. And so we'll see if Chris see what Chris has to say in the chat there. But let's get things started here. It's see who pops in. But all right, get things situated here. All right. So first thing we're gonna do is our grounding. This is a show about energetics. So if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. What you'll find here is that we're all about energetics. Grace, good dawning. Josh and the beautiful family, favor, love, peace to you all. This beautiful dawning, nothing missing, nothing broken, never. May it anything that favor, may it all come back to you as it's meant to. So let's do some grounding. So if you've not been with us before, basically to ground, all you do is put your energy. We're just going to create a straight line. If most of us are sitting, I would imagine. So if you're standing, it's easier because you can dig your heels down into the ground. But yeah, just we're going to ground. So just create that straight line, right straight through. And it's 9:10 in India, although it's good dining everywhere. Absolutely, it certainly is. Um, that's amazing. Thank you. It's blessed to see you from all the way from India in the chat there, um, Shruti. Thank you. So yeah, so let's do some grounding. It's real simple. From my end, I'm already got my feet planted on the ground. So we're just going to run a cord from the right through the crown of the head, right down through the body, right out of the basically out of my butt, through the root chakra down into the floor, which will represent the ground. But it went well, but they lied about how good things are with the client. So I will decline the offer today and propose being a consultant with them. Oh, wow, even better. I like that, Chris. Chris stepping out on his own, picking up his energies and being a consultant. So that's awesome, Chris. Well, favor to that and favor that they accept your offer there and that it all works out for you. But fantastic, as it's meant to be. That's nice. Join hands, lots of love. All right, so let's push. That's the song I was thinking of. One toke over the line, sweet. Yeah, there you go. Um, Sitting downtown at the railway station, one toke over the line. Yeah, exactly. In Colorado, it's probably there's a lot of people at the railway stations. Probably one toke over the line down in Denver. I would most I would most guess that to say the least. But all right, so let's take moment here. We're going to do our quick grounding. So I would keep my current job and the contract and be a contra big money crit. All right, Chris, creating a side hustle. That's the way to grab your universe there, Chris. That's fantastic. So Chris creating a side hustle as a consultant for a firm that he was going to have a job with. That's more than amazing. So favor to that, Chris, and hope it no hopes, but we see it working out if they agree, of course. So yeah, let's quickly ground. So we'll just move past. So drop the root right there, the cord right in through your crown chakra, then your soul star chakra, then your crown chakra, right down into and out of your root chakra. So there we go. All right. So real simple. You guys know how to ground. So let's all just take a quick second to ground and push down the energies. That's it. It only takes a second. If you're standing, it's easy. If you stomp your heels, I stomp my feet into the ground. Sometimes that helps, but who knows? All right. So we've got today's mantra as well. And today's good dawning mantra for the 20th is, and you can repeat it after I state it. It's certainly up to you. All right. Okay. The shift I am looking for, can read my handwriting, right? The shift I am looking for lies inside myself. So the shift I am looking for lies inside me. Lean, good dunning. There you go. You only see God. All right. So yeah, the shift that you're looking for, today's mantra, only lies where? Within yourself. There's nothing outside of yourself that's going to shift you. You have to be the arbiter of your own shift. Even if you hit the lottery, if you haven't changed, nothing will change. You'll spend your money, you'll be happy for a while. But as the money starts to be no big deal, you will fall back into the old energies of who you were prior to winning the lottery, and nothing would have really changed other than maybe you're in a better house or something. But other than that, and you have choice, but your internals won't change. So if you still get depressed, you're still going to be depressed. If you still haven't fixed your traumas, you're still going to be sitting in your trauma body, regardless of what regardless of if you're a millionaire or not. So today's mantra, the shift I'm looking for lies inside myself. So are you your own shift? Angela, good dawning. Welcome. It's a slow good dawning today. There's 11 of us here, so grateful. Comes and goes, right? All right, guys. So as well, let's do some cards real quick. So we've started grounding. This is the least expensive oracle deck on Amazon, at least it was. With Black Friday, they're probably all inexpensive at this point. So, it's the Mind Info Oracle cards. Not done by anybody specific. It's not any Kyle Gray deck or any big deck from Hay House or Blue Angel or anything. Literally, I can only understand little little one. All right, Sandra, finally found you all. Happy Wednesday. Welcome, Sandra. Blessed to see you here. Grateful that to see you in the chat. All right, so we're gonna work with the cards, and we're gonna cut these into three. One, two, and three. And let's see what the universe has for us. This dawning. We've been here right. Oh, this is true. All right. Yes, but when we're in a way different time zone, it can get goofy to get up and make sure that you kind of click the times there. Thank you. Welcome to see you there. All right, so let's see here. All right, so today's card, what we do is we take the bottom card. That's our energetics for today, what we're trying to achieve. And of course, the energetics today might be a little bit lighter than they've been with Pluto now in coming out and in Aquarius. So welcome to Aquarius. You might feel if you're a water sign, especially if you're Cancer, a Taurus, and I think there's a few other signs as well that are really going to feel it. The fixed, like the cardinal signs, the fixed cardinal signs. And I know as Cancer, I'm a cardinal water sign. They are. It's a general. Yes, we just do this for the collective as energy, like the energetics of today. Good dawning, Juxtaposar. Welcome. Grateful to see you. Grateful that you're here. Honestly. Yeah, we want Millie in the chat. She's with her daughter at the doctor, but otherwise, here, get a message of that. And today's topic, we're not sure yet. Today's topic kind of comes in flow after it probably all it usually ties together with the reading and everything, but we'll find out. So let's see what we've got. So today's reading, it's time. You've been asked to move forward towards the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. So we've got the universe telling us it's time, and with Pluto transiting into Aquarius, there we go. It is time because that is a time you're going to see lightening of the energetics. Um, a lot of you are going to want more real in your universe. You're not going to stand for what wasn't. You're going to strive to get what you want, and that's part of the deal with Pluto being in Aquarius. And for myself, not my entire life, it's the next 20 years. And then even after that, there's a humongous shadow period. Um, so yeah, either way we look at it, that's why the energetics have been off because of the Pluto transit. I've noticed for myself, a Pluto out of Capricorn and into Aquarius has really shifted. I was Monday was the day of the last day of Pluto in Capricorn, and then Tuesday was the first day of Pluto in Aquarius. And I'll tell you what, there's a 180-degree energetic difference between the two. I don't know if you're feeling it or not, but I certainly am. I feel lighter, looser, and I feel like yeah. They said it would be a huge shift if you recognize it. It can be a humongous shift for you. So keep your tight on your energetics there. If you haven't noticed, a lightening of your load, a lightening of how you're feeling, a lightening in your heart, then I'm sure you might have because yeah, the energetics have been just off the chain. So that's where the it's time just fits this perfectly. That with the Pluto transit there or shift, it's not transiting; it moved out. It's now stationed in Aquarius for 20 solid years. So welcome to the age of Aquarius. And yeah, welcome to the it's time shift because that's really what it means. Those of us who are thinking about doing something, it's the shift into doing. Those of us who are it's a shift into more masculine, divine masculine energy to balance out the divine feminine that we've been sitting in for years. So yeah, it's time. So what is it time for? All right, this all fits again. The universe just works as it does. It's time to believe first, right? So if it's time, it's time to believe? Believe in what? What are you looking for? It's time. It's time to let go. Let go of what? What's stopping you from believing? What's stopping you from letting it be your time? And of course, abundance. It's time for that too. So yeah, these cards just speak, right? They always do. It's time for Millie. Good dawning. Welcome. Favor to your daughter there and your doctor's appointment. And big. Thank you for the message on that. All right. So abundance. So yeah, we send love and favor. We'll do that here in a second. So abundance. It's time. So the universe is telling you basically This is the energetics. It's time for you to believe in yourself, to believe in everything that you have not, to step forward into belief, to see it, to feel it, and to own it. Then it's time to let go of what's not allowing you to get there, what's not serving you. Can you let go of what's not serving you? Can you let go of bad habits, patterns? Can you let go of disbelief? That's the other thing. And I did not state to the group, I'll state here real quick after I throw this card up. Abundance. It's time for your abundance. Remember, I am. I am what? You are everything. So if you see yourself as anything other than that, then you don't see yourself as the grand abundance that you truly are. Um, yeah, this is fire. It is time. And the Pluto transit will tell you without question that it is time for your abundance. Speaking of all that craziness, last night, somewhere last night, I popped a minor, and it's still I'm still vibrating. Keep this in mind, and it can happen at any time. You don't have any control over any of this. Viviani, good dawning. You didn't catch Viviani last night, and of course, Akashic Adventures, and we mentioned it before. If you didn't subscribe to Viviani's channel as well, and of course, if you got I'll throw it out there right now. If you did get a reading and you did not hit the PayPal, we're still she's still always available to leave a donation if you want from last night. But really, and thank you, Viviani. You're amazing, and yeah, we'll have her on again in a month, literally almost a month to the 17th, I think, of December. So that Tuesday, and so next Tuesday, then the following Tuesday is Laura B, who we don't see in the chat. So she's doing all right. This dawning. So yeah, I wonder if she's got something going down or if she's all right. But favorite to Lara, who's usually here with us. But yeah, she'll be on next Tuesday night. And then Vivian will be on 3 weeks. But thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. And yeah, if you want to put your info in there, that would be certainly welcome to. We'd be blessed. Yeah, so check out Viviani's channel. She's live on Tuesdays with Akashic Adventures with the ladies at 3, and of course with John Binney on Mondays at 9, and then Thursdays now 9:30 or 9 my time, which would be 11, and then 11:30 on Thursdays now. So Thursdays we do a longer show now since John Binney is till 10:30 or till he's a half an hour later on Thursdays now. So we will be doing a longer show on Thursdays. We'll still drop you off generally at John, but yeah, you'll probably get there before the show starts or just close to it. But yeah, so last night, right? Last night, after Viviani, of course, made some food and whatnot, but you can't control these things. The universe does what it does when it does what it's supposed to do. And I had a bit of a Kundalini awakening last night. I'm still kind of vibrating from the whole experience, but it would be like my third Kundalini. I had one that I grounded on gratitude in 2019, and then I've had one more prior to that. So this was maybe 2021 that I had one, and I remember typing a question to Inspire Nation about what do I do with the energies on that, because he was talking about Kundalini awakenings, and it was funny. And so yeah, so last night, somewhere about midnight ish, just yeah, the Kundalini rose, and oof, I can still feel it in the lower of my back. But yeah, whatever happened, there is a shift, and I don't know if you guys feel it or not, but yeah, there was definitely a humongous shift. Angela, you had one in 2021, so you know exactly. Yeah, buzzing like a bell. Um, yeah, nothing. There's nothing quite like the feeling of a Kundalini awakening. I will tell you that. If you've never had one, oof, it's just like an energetic rush that you cannot. And that's the best way I can describe it. Is like an internal vibrational rush or shift that you just strap in. Exactly. That's what it feels like. But so yeah, that so I didn't get to bed until like 3 something, but because I was kind of up writing the so there may be a nap in my future, but yeah, writing the energies. But ever since that shift, and I don't know about it's kind of where the topic may start to come in, but ever since that shift there, and we'll do some cord cutting here in a minute. I don't know, but yeah, that So yeah, if you don't ever discount your universe there. The Kundalini awakening that I had last night can happen to anybody at any time. It's absolutely insane how these things just kind of pop off if you're in the vibration for it. And Henny had one in June 21 first. Oh, so she had one earlier in the summer. So fantastic. So yeah, you know what it's crazy. But then when you come out on the other side, it's like, oof. So now it's we talk about the light body versus the trauma body, right? And the reason why we talk about that is that in your trauma body, you feel tense, right? You feel heavy, you feel sluggish. But as you get into the light body, of course, then your cells kind of spread out. More light can come in to your frame, you hold more light, right? And so because you feel physically lighter, and ever since that transit, and I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I think it's Yanks. Good dawning. Nice to see you, Yanksy, in the chat. Good dawning to you, beautiful soul of light and love, and favorite to you and your wonderful dogs and your beautiful universe. It's nice to see you here. Grateful, blessed. So yeah. So ever since that transit, I don't know about you guys. Just 24 hours ago. How are you feeling? For myself, it popped. I feel like I'm like something that's like stuck in a can. You ever get a can and it's like this big glop and it's stuck, but if you shake it, it starts to loosen up in the can, so it's like a looser body in the. That's kind of how I kid's the easiest way to explain it. I remember the date because I had that. This is Henny's Lean's June 21st Kundalini awakening. I remember the date because I had the amazing miracle of healing those three pains in my body that I had for 3 years. It just went away and never came favor to that. So healer, heal thyself. Way to go, Helene. Yeah, so that's the kind of energy we're talking about here, and it's available to anybody right now. Anybody can have a Kundalini awakening, and it's not that complicated. It's really just grounding into the energetics of your universe. I mean, you can't control when they pop off or anything, but it's about grounding into love and gratitude. Mostly gratitude is where you're going to find that any of these things are going to pop off. When it's ready, it does what it does. A blessing, though, usually brings forth superpowers to gratitude, thankful. Yes. Clairvoyance is starting to come through. I'm starting to get clairvoyant. Mediumship, to an extent, is starting to come through. Not like Adam or anything. Good gosh, but yeah. So craziness, but so much love and favor there. But yeah, so I don't know. If you slow down, I can tell you that if you guys slow down, that the energies right now, if you can tap into the current energies, are just absolutely insane. So let's do some quick cord cutting. Saint Germain wants to come through to talk about the current energies. So that's going to be today's topic: is the current energies for sure. The Pluto transit and the shift that's really the deeper shift that's really occurring. That's amazing, Helene. That healer heal thyself, Helene. Favor. So yeah, let's do some quick cord cutting. What we're going to cut cords of indifference. Actually, this is going to be different. What I'm getting is the word indifferent in my universe. So if there are things that you've needed to fix but you don't care about, like you've been indifferent about making certain changes, but you know that you have to. There we go. If you are kind of blasé about certain things, we're going to cut those energies so that we can get some more oof and jump into the current energetics. Which, if you're in it, you're going to be ringing like a bell. You'll be feeling these energies. I guarantee it. Good dawning, Bonnie. Good dawning to you, beautiful soul of light and love. Welcome. Grateful to see you here too. Grateful for all the family that is. Thank you, guys. Loving these energies. I'm really standing firm in my power and rebirth. Yanksy, from the moment I spoke with you, I knew that from the moment we had our first, I knew that you were headed for a bigger. You have this. You have in your frame when we spoke. You had the energetics. There you go already. You had those energies. You just and now that yeah, you're expressing it, and it's amazing. Grateful. It's inside all of us, but we have to see that. All right, so let's cut some cords here on indifference, on things that we know we need to take care of, but we've been indifferent. Things that, if we change, right, could make a bigger change in our universe. So there we go. Where in your personal universe there are you looking to make a change, but you have not? So where if you made it, if you stop being indifferent about it, if you stop not caring and started caring, you know that your kundalini could rise, your energetics could rise, your life could go up, right? And that's the whole point, is what we're looking for here on the show, to show about energetics to help you to step into your best energetic universe. So let's take a moment here to cut cords. And really what we're doing is looking into situations in our universe real quick. We're going to take a minute to do so, where we've been indifferent, where could we have stepped in, where can we step in and actually take control, or stop being and stop not caring and start caring, acting like we're caring, doing things that show we're caring and otherwise, so that when we step into ourselves and step into our frame stronger, we're no longer indifferent about these things. We step in, we care. If you can take out indifference, if there are things in your universe that you're just not stepping into, in your, if you can be outside in nature, if you can, oh, without question, there, Grace, that'll stop indifference real quick. But we're talking indifference just in general. So, where in your universe have you been needing to make a change? These are the when we're talking about that, and you're just letting the energies roll off like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. That's the energy we're talking about. Well, today's the day we want to start to get to those energies, because if we don't, then we're just going to get run over anyways. But if we stand in our frame and we take control, then that's how we step forward in our source self. So let's take a moment to cut cords. Think about it in your situation. Where is that situation where you're going, I'll get to it? Maybe later, but next week, not today, maybe tomorrow. What do you got in your universe? So that's what we're cutting cords on. We're going to cut the negative energetics out of that, and we're going to get to it. That's the point. So, shoot, Josh, I don't want to know. All right, so we'll do this later. All right, so we're going to cut cords on procrastination, and we'll do that next week, right? So exactly. So yeah, I get I get it. I love it, Karen. But yeah, no, there's things that we don't want to look at in our universe. There's things that we don't want to deal with. We've all got that pile of mail, maybe, that is sitting. And if you got a pile of mail sitting by the door, that's terrible energetics. But if you do, you got to deal with it at some point, and you have to sift through it and grab the bills out of the mail, right? Unfortunately, or the power of one day will just go, dunk. But unless you just get your power bill over the email these days, like everybody else. But nonetheless, you're psychic, pile of mail. Exactly, because generally that's what we all have by our front doors. We go to the mail. I go to my mailbox once every 2 weeks. Although I need to go to my mailbox to see if Chloe's. I ordered something from Chloe last week and see if it showed up. But I'll go to the office if it's not. See if it's there. But all right. So I'm very tired, Karen. Don't get to sleep till after 4 a.m. Wow. I didn't get to sleep till about 3:30 myself there, Angela. After I had a Kundalini experience last night, and I'm still kind of vibrating from it. But the knot that was in my sacral chakra is completely gone. So let's cut some cords here. So we're cutting cords from indifference. The situation, what's the situation in your universe? We all have it, where we just don't want to deal with it, where we're just rubbing it, throwing it under the rug, we're sweeping it away, we're not wanting to look at it. What's the elephant in your room, right? So that's indifference if we're not dealing with it. So we need to deal with it in some form or fashion. What's the so let's go ahead and deal with it. So in your universe, let's cut those cords of indifference so that we can ground into what we're looking and actually take care of those things so that we can move forward in our universe. We don't realize how a lot of those things pile up, right? And then the energetics that are back here keep us back here because we're still having to deal with things that are back here, and we're trying to move forward. So let's kind of clear this up and bring this into our now and start working on those things. So let's cut those cords. So in order to cut cords, all you got to do is see the situation and just erase the negative energetics and allow it to flow into you. So what's the situation? Who's the person maybe you have to deal with? What's the situation you have to deal with? Maybe like me, I let my tags go, and then 4 months later, I still let my tags go. So the longer you hold something like that, the harder it is to just go and just take care of it. So, but I did, of course. But things like that could be a situation. Maybe there's a bill that you've been waiting to pay for, and they're not going to come after you or anything. But and those energies, and you just don't want to deal with it. Maybe you have a situation with your family you don't want to deal with. So whatever it is that you don't want to deal with, we're going to cut the don't want to deal with energies today and bring in the deal with energies. So let's cut those cords from those situations that are blocking us. To cut cords, you got to see the situation in your third eye and erase it. You can pull the energy out like I'm pulling the energy of the situation from me and cutting it whatever works for you. It's kind of a grand experiment. You can put it on paper, ball it up, you can set it on fire. You could be on the beach and write it in sand and then wait till the water takes it away. You get the idea, right? All right, so let's go ahead and I want to do that one. That eventually you will see a good dawning, and the day you do so, I won't tell you, right? But we'll do a good dawning from a beach. I guarantee it'll happen shortly. So that's the goal here, right? And then we could do we'll do the energetics in the sand. There we go. But either way, you have to wait till high tide to clear it out, right? But nonetheless, all right. So take 15 seconds, a minute or so, about a minute, and then we'll do our 2025 too, and cut those cords. So let's cut cords to other situations we don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with energy so that we can deal with them. We can't cut the energetics of it out of our universe. Maybe you can by not dealing with it, but yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to die with things that you haven't dealt with, or just keep pushing them off that long, so to speak. You can, but who knows? They don't have to come back karmically to deal with an old J.C. Penney bill or something, right? And you get the idea. So cut those cords. Coffee. All right. Angela's going to go get us a cup of coffee. I'll take a chai, a dirty chai, 2 shots, express, 2 shots, and oat milk. Ugh. All right. So all the cords there. Keep cutting cords, but whatever you're seeing there that in your universe that you're not dealing with, hopefully now you can break that barrier between yourself and what you're not dealing with, and deal with those energies, deal with those situations a little bit better for yourself, or at least stop trying to run away from them. But yeah, running away energetics is never going to get you anywhere either, especially if we're trying to ground into the really crazy energies of now. Can't do that. But, you can, but it's not going to get you very far. It's always going to come back to get you anyways. And you can't run outside of yourself. That's the crazier part. Okay, so let's do our manifestation project as well. And what we're manifesting is 2025. And we're seeing 2025 in a new manner. So yesterday we just held up 2025 to the highest loving light, which is an amazing thing to really do, and seeing it in the highest loving light. So this year we're just going to do a quick mantra, or today we're just going to do a quick mantra for 2025. And you can just repeat after me if you choose. It's certainly up to you, but we will do so. And yeah, Miss Piles here. What? Miss Piles here. There we go. All right, I get that. All right, so from my end here, just follow after me. Really, it's real simple. I bring in, and I'm open to the energies of 2025. I bring in love. I bring in peace. I bring in healing in all abundance to 2025. And I see myself having the highest, most amazing, loving, abundant, helpful 2025 for my highest loving and helpful joy. That's it. We're just slowly but surely framing out 2025, creating new energetics for it, so that as we walk into 2025, while we did our manifestation project, and Laura and a few others actually created what they were looking for, and a lot of you guys are seeing it starting to come up in your universe. Don't stop doing that if you haven't reached your project yet. But either way, as we get closer to 2025, we're going to get more and more in depth into doing grounding into 2025 itself, into what we want for the year, and creating before we get to 2025 itself, creating the year within ourselves as an energetic form. And by doing so, creating it inside ourselves already as something that's energetically alive. And you can walk into 2025 in a whole different manner than you may have walked into 2024. And a lot of us kind of drag ourselves into each individual year, but we don't have to do so anymore. If you choose, that's what we're doing to do here. That's what we're doing here, is grounding ourselves into the energetics prior to with a month in advance. So yeah. All right. So let's see here. Let's bring in Archangel Raphael here, or actually Archangel Saint Germain wants to come through first, but and let's see what he's got to say here in regards to Really, it's about the energetics and what's going on the planet right now. And in the year 2025, our souls will bust to life. Never give up what you aspire in your universe. You've all got this. Of course, we all do. Um, a lot of us give up well before we get to the finish line there, but or even when we're right standing there, we don't even see that the finish line's right in front of us. We just give up the ghost. But so yeah, craziness. So yeah, last night with the Kundalini experience. I don't know what else to say there. Poof. Kundalini awakening, I guess is what they call it. But whew. So yeah, let's see what we've got here. Saint Germain. He just jumps right in here, right? All right, Saint Germain. We are grateful to be here. We are channeling through Josh for you to you today. We are grateful for all of you being here, and Saint Germain is grateful for Josh, of course, hosting me as and hosting himself as a channel for Saint Germain and of everybody else in the family, the channeling family. You are the physical family. We are the channeling family, and we are grateful to be here. So we are going to talk today about the energies that you are feeling on your planet right now. The energies that are on your planet are quite insane, to say the least. You are going through a awakening that the energies have shifted, right? With your Pluto moving into Aquarius, moving out to Capricorn, where it has been locked, where you have been locked in this kind of stiffer energy. Because if you are a cardinal sign, especially like the water sign, or you are a Taurus, and a cardinal sign, right? Aries, you are going to feel Pluto moving into Aquarius in a lot different manner than you would otherwise. You're going to feel it as a sense of freedom to yourself. You're going to feel it as a sense of liberation, and you are going to feel it as if you have stepped into a new and brand new universe. Hello, good dawning to Blindly Inspired. Saint Germain says good dawning to you, and we are grateful for you and your loving energetics. And we are grateful for what you are doing for the channel and for the greater source field, Krista, Blindly Inspired. So if you are not checking her out, please do so at our YouTube channel. Josh has not been there in a moment and needs to check her out as well, the YouTube channel. But otherwise, you can also see why Blindly Inspired was here talking about Feng Shui and how balance in your universe. Everything contains a balance and flow, right? She's talking about flow, and she's the master of helping you to step in to your flow in your universe. And your universe, of course, is partly your home. That is your universe, right? And so please check out Blindly Inspired, and you can check out on Sunday evening, where she was talking about the different elements of Feng Shui and how if you are a water and you are dealing with an earth, then you may not be the best relationship for you, and how you see yourself on the planet, right? And so if you see yourself, if you are water, you are water. So, and then you are dating an earth, you could make grand mud as a relationship, right? But if you are fire and you are wood, then you two would burn perfect. But you could get consumed by the fire. But you are getting the idea, so to speak. So check that out. She gives you the wheel of how it works, and then you can understand where you are standing in your universe, like today with the new energies, with Pluto in Aquarius. You have technically now moved in and you have locked it in. You could say you are now truly, for the next 20 years at least, and it'll be longer than that after it goes back and then it goes back again. But you are in the age of Aquarius. So for all of you, what does that mean? You are going to feel looser. The energetics have shifted out. You are understanding Capricorn, right? So you have to be stiff, right? Pluto, you're talking about your creativity and whatnot, and then you are in Capricorn, so you are less emotion. You are very stiff energetically. You are very strong-headed, right? And so now we are in Aquarius, and you are going to feel much lighter. You are going to see that for yourself, restrictions in your energetic field might be loose, loosening up, right? Where you are feeling that you have been restricted by the energetics, or restricted by yourself, or restricted by what you are thinking that you can and can't do. Self-restriction, right? Most of us are not restricted, but we restrict ourselves through our limited beliefs, our lack mentality, our limited thoughts, and whatnot. So we are treating ourselves as if we are not worthy. We are living in a less universe, right? Well, with this transit, you might feel, we're not saying that it's guaranteed or anything, and if you are still in your darkness, even that might feel a lot looser today, right? But nonetheless, if you are feeling it, then you are in that transital space now. You are in the space where you can create. You have lightened your load, right? So to speak. The energetics now are lighter, more vibrational in Aquarius than they ever were in Capricorn. And so now, of course, for yourself as well, you are feeling it, right? You might feel vibrational in your sacral and root chakras that you did not feel before. You might feel lighter in how you are carrying yourself, right? If you are, when you get from your dense trauma body into your light body, when that happens, when that shift happens inside yourself, you go from feeling like you weigh 1,000,000 pounds, sluggish inside yourself, right? Heavy, sluggish. You are moving with more density. Your thoughts seem a little, right? It's just that a heavier vibration. You just feel more you may be more emotional and whatnot. But now with the spread out, you are in a lighter frame. And even if you are still in your dark night, it's going to be easier for you. You have to realize that people like Josh and people who are you guys who are watching this and whatnot, as well, those in the chat, you are the front runners, right? So blindly inspired, you are the front runners of all of this, right? So you are going through the energetics right now of the dark night. You may have been through that. So you are the way showers, and you are beginning to show on the planet. So for you, you are going to be stepping out as time progresses, right? You step into the new earth. Yesterday was pretty much the split that you are going to see. If you felt it, we are not saying that there is any difference between anybody, and there is no real split per se. The split is how you are living and seeing your universe on planet Earth. Saint Germain is going to repeat that. The split is really when it occurs, is how you are seeing your universe, how you are living in your universe, and are you living in your own personal creative creating universe, or are you sitting in the greatest source field? Are you sitting there watching the phone news or your NNC and whatnot and trying to gain perspective for yourself from their news, right? From what they are telling you in the televised vision, right? So it's up to you what you choose to do. But if you are feeling the current energies, you're not going to choose to want to watch the televised vision in the NNC. You are going to bring into your frame what you see out there. You're going to go ground. You're going to be more love. You're going to want to be more helpful in the greater source field. You're not going to sit there davishing about this or that, or worrying about who the next this is coming in January, or what is going on over in the I or the I, or any of those countries. You know what we are talking about. The countries over there, but even though it's over there, it's still we're all one big family, right? So you are understanding that. But nonetheless, we are grateful. If you can pick up on the energetics, right? Slow down is the biggest thing. Are you meditating? You don't have to do a traditional meditation. Josh he's borderline traditional meditating, but for him, are you sitting in silence? We are not saying you have to all day long, but can you sit in silence? Can you walk with your breath? Do you breathe intentionally in your universe? Or are you just exhaling and inhaling and what have you, not thinking about it, just doing it rote? If you are intentionally breathing, remember, the slower your breath, the closer you get to source. Do keep that in mind, right? We're not saying anything other than that. But if you can cycle your breath, right, by taking inhale, right? So inhale with Saint Germain, and then release. If you breathe like that, breathe in again. No, you are amazing as well, blindly inspired. But we are grateful, Christoph, for the beautiful words there. Thank you. Breathe in again, and then breathe out. Pause. We're talking about slowing down, right? So if you are breathing intentionally, slowing down, you are going to feel these energies, right? There's no way you cannot. It is almost as if somebody took the etch a sketch of the universe and took it and gave it a big shake, right? If you are feeling what is going on, then you are in understanding that you are standing in the new earth split. You may be standing right next to somebody who's still in the old earth. So keep that in mind, that the split is only occurring inside each individual. You're not going to see any difference per se. You will see different in how people behave. You will see different in how people treat each other. You will see different in how people react to each other. You will see different in people's beliefs and what they are expressing as themselves as they stand deeper into their frame. So you will know if somebody is from the new earth or not energetically. That is the point. That is what yesterday really was all about, and today. And as we go forward, we are breaking into that new earth. But again, you are not getting on a rocket ship, right? You are not going to Texas to get on Elon Musk's Starliner rocket ship, right, and go off to Mars or anything. The split really is just occurring with those who are understanding in a deeper level that they are the source that they have been looking for, that they are the love that they have been looking for, and that while you stand on this planet with its televised vision and its NNC and its faux this and its Microsoft watch your news and all of what it does in your planet, you can turn all of that off. You are your own source. And this is where the new planet comes in, that you create your own universe. The new earth is you standing on the same toroidal field, on the same grand toroidal field as everybody else, in your own personal living universe that nobody else has created but you. That is the new earth. So when you are rising into the new earth, what are you giving birth to? You are giving birth to a new self. That is part of the new earth. In order to be on the new earth, you have to be the new self. So, and it all springs from inside you. You are not going to get up one day and find 50% of the planet has disappeared, right? This is not like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. They're not coming to blow us up or anything. And you are not all going away. What is happening is real simple internally. That is what we are talking about. It's all about your internal energetics. The new earth is created from inside yourself. That is what is being conflated right now on your planet. And that is what happened just yesterday. The shift, the grand energetic move into the body of new earth. We are now energetically, although Mars has to go through a retrograde in and out, through Cancer in December and January. So you are going to deal with more heavier energetics again on your planet when Mars goes into Cancer. Sits there for 20 days, goes out of Cancer for 20 days, goes back into Cancer. So you're going to see a lot of yo-yoing on your planet, right? The up and down energetics when Mars and Cancer meet, you are going to see a lot of anger, emotion, right? Cancer, you just as a Cancer, right? So the emotions lie within the Cancers. They are the water sign, the cardinal water sign. So they breathe in the emotion of the planet, right? Most of your Cancers are like the carbon scrubbers for the planet Earth, right? You are saying that if you have too much carbon, right? But you do not. But nonetheless, if they were scrubbing the carbon, right? You are like the trees. There you go. So you are bringing in all the negative. A lot of you Cancers, you don't realize you are doing this. You are breathing in all the heavier energetics, right? And then if you are realizing that who you are, right, is the mother, energetic mother for the planet. So you take in other heavier energetics and you release back more love into the planet. That's what Cancer specifically one of their roles is to absorb all that heavier energetic from the greater source field and then place it back into the planet, scrubbed and cleared in love through the Cancer energy. They eat the emotion of planet Earth, right? So Josh used to think that he would have to carry the bucket, the water, for the entire planet. A lot of Cancers, especially empathical Cancers, will feel that they have to carry the bucket of water, right? Carry the energetics for the planet through themselves. And they do not have to do that, of course. There's no Cancer. Nobody has to carry those energetics for themselves. You are not responsible for the entire world. And that's part of the shift, right? Is that you lose responsibility for how the rest of the world is operating. From your end, if you are a Cancer, a cardinal sign, then generally you are, whatever it is, you are feeling the energetics of the planet, Ma, right? So if you are Cancer, for example, you are feeling the energetics and the emotions of the planet, the flow of the emotions of the planet. And so with the movement of Pluto into Aquarius, you are not responsible for that anymore. You are on the new Earth. So as part of the new Earth, if you're in the old Earth, you won't feel any of it. You'll just be sitting there, davishing away, waiting for whatever's supposed to happen, right? But if you're on the new Earth, all of that is falling away. You are not seeing that anymore, right? Because you are grounded in yourself. You are grounded in the universe that you are creating, and you are not watching your televised vision. You are getting up and creating your own vision. So if you are getting up and creating your own vision, you are telling lies to yourself, you are part of the new earth already. You are there. You are going out. You are grounding. You are not seeing any davishment in the world. You are going to the grocery store and you are seeing great deals. You are running into people in your universe now who you are energetically vibrational with. You are not running into comic or heavy energetic people. You're not going out into the world and bumping into people and like, ooh, that was crazy energy. If you are part of this new earth and you are rolling with the energies, then as you go out into the greater source field, the new earth is presenting itself to you as well. So do keep that in mind. You are going to have new experiences. You are going to see things in a brighter way. Have you already not noticed how crisp the universe is looking? If you are in the ascension path, the universe goes from a to this bright and beautiful technicolor dream, right? Are you seeing that? Are you hearing things? Music sounds more crisp, does it not? The breath, the holding of your loved one may feel more emotional. You may feel more love. You may feel higher vibrational when you are grabbing the hand of your loved one. For example, Michael, it feels like I also carry the weight of the emotions of the world as an Aquarius. Time to let it flow and ripple in divine protection. Absolutely. I'm going to do this here as well. There you go. All right. So, Michael, you are now a standard moderator. We said if we saw you here, we are grateful. And thank you for being here. But yes, it does feel like the weight of the world has been on us. But if you are slowly, if you are slipping into or stepping into the new energies, then the weight of the world can be released from all of us because we do not have to stand in that world. That's the point. Any further. You are creating your own world. So you do not have to stand in that world, Michael, where they are telling you that, well, this country is lobbing this over to that country, and this country could do this to that country, and this and that. You don't have to be in any of that. You know that it exists, right? So you might know that there's another whole universe going on where there's things going on where they are doing this, that, and the other to each other. But in your living world, the example that you are seeing out of your eyes does not reflect that. It shan't reflect that, right? If you're on the new earth, you are not going to see any of that. You're not in that reflection. What's coming back to you, what is because we are all creating a grand experience on planet Earth, right? So if you are standing in those energies where you are allowing, part of it is you have to allow it to flow back into you as well. So if you are allowing the new earth to flow into you and allowing for yourself to see the love that is really rising on the planet, then you can be part of that. And that is the new earth. There's not going to be any ships that come and take you away. You're not going to, there's not going to be any vibration where you poof the rapture, right? You are going to get raptured away. No, we are out here. We have to ride on the same boat. It is what deck. There you go. Think of this like a cruise ship, right? So you are when you are in your dark night, when you are in the sludge, you are in the basement, right? Like Jack, right? He was not worthy, so to speak, right? His energetics had to rise, although Jack had good energetics on the Titanic, right? But nonetheless, he probably had better energetics than most of the guys in the upper decks, right? If you know what we are saying. But nonetheless, think of it that way. We all start with the lower deck energies, right? We're not worthy. We have to, and so we have to work our way up, right? And then now, if you are riding the energies, you are the cruise ship itself. You have that. You don't need anybody's permission or anything. You are creating the universe where you are in the master's suite, right? The captain's master suite, right? So that is the universe that you are now creating, and you are realizing that is where I stand. That is who I am. And if you are climbed your way out of steerage, right? to the captain's master suite in the cruise ship of the Yah universe. There you go. And that's what we are talking about. That's the grand journey here, is to carry those energetics up. And so those of us who are riding the new earth are on our way to the captain's master suite. We are done with the energetics of being in steerage class, right? We are done with those energies that are put on people in steerage, so to speak, right? We are done with those heavier energies that the source field is placing on us, that we are not accepting those. We are not seeing those because we are stepping into our own frame, right? Swimming away from it, so to speak, turning off the tell lies. We are not looking at the newspapers or the magazines. We are stepping into our own personal frames. We are stepping into our own physical universes, and we are doing so knowing that we are source, right? So what you are seeing in this planet really is you are starting to get an army, so to speak. Then we're not picking up arms, right? But a light army of people who are realizing that they are source and that they are love and that anything else is just a lie and that they are the light that they have been looking for. And you are seeing that rising on the planet. So your duality is all lied within that. And that is your new earth. Your new earth is those who are not taking what they are giving you. They're not taking the Tellai's vision. They are not eating the soup that is being spoon fed to them by their governments, by their news, by those who are still stuck in all of those energetics too, right? Because all of us know somebody who is stuck, or many people who are stuck in the Tellai's universe, right? In the matrix, the matrix of lies that they are placing upon us, right? And so as we have to deal with those individuals, they are in our universe, they come into our frame, right? We are seeing Ma and Ma, how they are locked in their own lies, locked in the lies that have been fed to them, locked in the confusion as we break free. And they look at us and they do not understand from their end how we do not see their universe. Do keep that in mind, that the division, that the split, there's really no split. But again, those who are seeing the source field from their own eyes, creating it, and those who are seeing the source field from the tell lies and letting them create it for them through fear are not understanding how those who are not seeing the fear are creating their universes. So this is where your dervishment is and the split. But eventually, all of those who are stuck in the tell lies matrix will eventually have to slide out of it at some point. They will see the lies, but it could be one lifetime. It could be another 15 lifetimes for somebody. It could be a lifetime in another planet. Because eventually, yes, these planets will eventually have tipping point, we call it, right? Where there's 60, 70, 80% of the humanity that is standing on the planet is not in the Tellai's matrix, or the Tellai's matrix cannot be supported anymore. It collapses within itself because we have all seen through it, right? But right now, we are the way showers. We are the first of the new earth. So the new earth split cannot happen just like that, right? You are not going to see 50%. They're talking about the split. People will disappear. They're going to be right there. You just have to pick up the phone and reach out and touch someone, so to speak, right? Just give them a phone call or text them, right? But nonetheless, you aren't going to see them often because you are going to be in a different world of creation that you are doing. You are creating your universe. You are living your life. And they are still letting the matrix. This is the difference. The greater source field with tap into their fears to help them create their universe. This is part of the grand difference. So if you can see that, we're not going to go too much longer here, but so if you can see that, that is what we are talking about, the great split that is occurring, and that's really what's been happening this week, and that's why some of you might get Kundalini awakening, like Josh, because he is rolling into the new earth, the new energies, he has tapped into it, and so it is rising up within him. Is it rising up within you? We're not saying that if you don't have a Kundalini awakening, it is not rising, by far. No, do not conflate that. But are you feeling the new energies? Are you feeling more grounded? Are you feeling more excitement as well as grounded? It's a weird deal, but you are feeling excited, but yet you know that you are grounded into some new energy. Are you feeling the shift, like this positive wave is really what you could best describe it, moving over you? Are you feeling more awake, like literally, like more like aware, like you have slept longer but you didn't? This is all this new energy that is coming through. And if you are not in the new energy, you are going to get the opposite, right? Because there has to be a yin to the yang, right? So if you are in the old earth, then you're going to feel more dervishment. You are going to be confused why you are seeing people on the planet who are running around happy and feeling like they've never really felt before, feeling free, feeling like all this heaviness has just fallen off of them. A lot of people may even still have some of these energies, right? The new energy, the new earth energy. There are people who are like half in and half out, right? Like new earth, they feel it, but they are still stuck in their traumas. So have compassion. You are going to run into people in your universe today, tomorrow, next week, who are half in the 1 foot in the bucket and 1 foot out, so to speak, right? Where they are feeling the new energies, like I feel good, something is amazing. I feel like I've stepped into a brand new planet, but at the same time, they're also going to be karmic as well. So it takes a while for somebody to drop their karmic energetics and their karmic beliefs and the karmic way of being. So if you are that and really, but you are feeling like there's something going on here, right? Because that's where you could feel the new earth just as well. Slow down. And this is where you have to work on your traumas, right? But as it gets time goes on, you don't have to do what Josh did either. You don't have to sit in the dark night and write it all out. As more people find their light, it makes it easier to slip out of the darkness on this planet into the light. The light quotient goes up, right? And the dark quotient goes down. If you are in darkness, it's easier. There's more bubble of light, right? There's a more bigger bubble of love to grab, right? So it's easier for you to slide into those energetics. For those of you who awoke in 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, there was no big bucket of love, right? You are the first, generally speaking, you are one of the first to wake up. And so because of that, now of course Delias Cannon and you had all those way showers, but those are the individual way showers, Mother Teresa, for example. Buddha was a way show. But now we have the greater collective where just every Tom, Dick, and Harry are the way showers to everybody in that neighborhood, which is amazing. You don't need a grand Buddha or Lao Tsing or somebody to write a great book. You don't need any of that anymore. You don't need a Yeshua to walk on the planet because you're all Yeshuas. Everybody has a little bit of a Yeshua energetic now, and everybody knows somebody who, like Jared, right, who could be our Yeshua walking on earth, right? So everybody knows somebody who is in that energetic, anyways, right, in the universe at this point. Even the square, right? Even those who are in that trauma body, trauma as can be, generally know somebody. And this is what's amazing. They have somebody, even if they're not in the direct frame, right? That they know, even an acquaintance, maybe somebody at work, who is that guy, right? The meditative guy who is the light shower. So what we are doing, and if you are understanding what I am saying here, Saint Germain is saying, is that you guys, Sandra and Jaxta and Bonnie, and all of you, right? And Blindly Inspired and Michael, and of course Millie, who's listening in the background, favor to your daughter there, right? So all of you are the way showers for those sitting in the darkness. So there you go. That's why you are here. Part of why you are here is you are absorbing that light, right? And as you walk around and you get better, your light starts to shine, and you go from a 30-watt light bulb to you're shining at 40 watts, then 50 watts. Those who can't get out of 30 watts are going to see that, and that's what you are doing. That's what is happening now, is that we are the walking way showers to those who are in the dark. And as you start to rise, as your kundalini rises, you are going to lift those around you. And that is what we are here for. That is why we are here. We are that grand expression. So let's take 15 seconds. We are going to do our peace meditation for our planet Earth. And then we are going to release this transmission and to you to have an amazing day. Are you ready? So let's do our peace meditation. So what we are going to do is ground in, and we are going to see the universe. You're going to do this on your own, right? We are going to see the universe in love and peace. We are going to see Rick Downing, who's not here, in love and peace. We are going to see healing, right? And Millie, her daughter, in healing. We are going to see anybody, Nathan, who's not here as well. Well, he says he has trouble getting up in the dawning sometimes, but nonetheless, we are going to see him in healing. And all of you who are needing healing and love in the planet of course. There are those of you who are rising up, and as Pluto squares itself deeper into Aquarius, you will square into this energy, and you will find you are on a new planet. That is the point, right? And those who don't understand will look at you one day with awe and question. And you will just say, I love you, because they will not understand. But 15 seconds for love and peace. Whatever you want to see in your universe, you do this on your own today. Do. So see what you want as peace, see what you want as love, and hold those up who need it into their universe. Hold them up in the highest loving light. All righty. We're going to release transmission back to Josh. We love you. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, just Saint Germain now. And we have channel releasing transmission. All right, there we go. Poof. All right. Thank you guys. A couple of quick things, and I keep forgetting to mention it. On the community page, Dr. Joe Dispenza, tap it, put in your email, watch it. You can watch the whole Rewired app series. It's like 10 of them. You got till the 26th, so you got plenty of time. Yeah, like 6 days, 7 days. So you can watch Rewired by Dr. Joe Dispenza on Gaia for free. You can't watch Gaia, but you can watch just that series for free till the 26th. They did it last year as well. So they're doing it again. And so I highly recommend you watch that as well. And my second interview, I didn't post it yet, but I will at some point. Lily, um, Lily Katz. She did my second interview portion of it. The channeling that I did with her is available on her page. So I will link that as well. If you're not checking out Chris, the volunteer in the dawning as well, with his Archangel Gabriel card to center down, that we would be grateful. Thank you, Bonnie, and grateful. And Sekhmet just came through. She just says Sekhmet says hello. But she's, yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, Rewired is the great. So yes, Henny knows, and Helene knows, and yeah, if you're not watching it, it's about It's just it's what we do. It's the energetics of neuroplasticity and changing the way your universe and who you are, how this operates changes how all of everything out there operates, and realizing, of course, grounding in the source. But all right, guys, I appreciate you. Welcome to those again. If you've made it this far in the replay or the rewind, replay, I don't think there's been a rewind, but God bless and thank you. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I never ever state this, but I am open for business if you're interested in a one-on-one session with our Universal Energetic Attunement session with Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Mother Isis, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Sekhmet, and whoever else might come through at this point. My new guide. I got a new guide. I didn't state that. I'll bring it up tomorrow. But Ron's still there. He's like, think of me as the air traffic controller controlling all the other guides. But Ron stepped back because now that we've shifted into the new Earth, I have a new guide named Stanley, not Stan Lee, but Stanley, who has. They like normal names. I don't know why. I mean, that's the only name I have, Stan or Stan Lee. Like, not Stan Lee, like the comic guy, but Stanley. So yeah, so I have a new guy named Stanley now who has stepped in because we're in a shift, and so it's like Ron has been my guide for forever since I'm in the energy existence, but forever essentially. But the 7 lifetime cycle. Now that I'm on and it was all like that. Now right, you hit the bottom, you do dark night, and then so now that I switch. The new guide is Stan. So we will Stan and Company, like Ron and Company. So in your universe, or you might see that as well. Keep in mind, you may get new guides that come in, shifting. As you start to climb, you'll have different guides for different reasons. Your main guide will never leave, but they may not be your biggest support any further. So yeah, so say hi to Stan. But otherwise, guys, Stan and I will be here tomorrow. And yeah, do you talk to your guide? Do you know your guide's name? And I can almost channel Stan, so we might get to channeling my guide Stan, my new guide Stan. So we'll see here. But have a wonderful day, guys. I love you all. We'll get Goddess Isis up. I'm gonna run to Sam's Club real quick, and then I'll film Goddess Isis, and then work at 4 o'clock. So if you find yourself in Longmont, Colorado, coming down to 372 Main Street, that is where Crystal Joy's at. I will be there at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So yeah, there you go. So I love you all. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. And remember, everything you guys do creates your universe. And We'll see you all in the next. Thanks, guys. Thank you all. And again, please, if you didn't check out Viviani last night, please do check out Viviani's live from last night. She's amazing, and she'll be on the 17th. And of course, if you missed Laura B the other day, um, whew, my energies were a little down, and I apologize for that, guys. But if you were there, um, that was the transit, right? And so now it's like, whew, but it was like literally the last day of old energy. We hope, right? We all say that, but love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. And I'll see you on the next.